Hey guys, what's good? You are watching the Best Damn Comic Show episode 10.
It's rainy outside.
It's a cold and rainy afternoon here in Los Angeles, California.
Maybe winter's here.
Yeah, nippy winter.
Maybe it's here.
Maybe it's here.
Maybe it's here.
You know, the temperatures right now have dropped down to an ice cold 60 degrees. Hey,
I don't have to water my front lawn, bro.
Last week, you know, like I said before, we record this on Thursday after Wednesday, so we really haven't gotten any reports yet. And I feel like the last couple of weeks, a lot of indies, a lot
of Vault Publishing. They're putting a lot of books, and they're doing some great stuff. But a lot of their second prints have homage covers to a lot of Marvel stuff. They've done quite a few, and that seems to, again, it's that second print syndrome.
It's a saturation of the market.
They're not saturated. It's just a lot. People are kind of, I don't know if they're getting savvy or maybe, but don't count out the Marvel or DC stuff.
And I'm going to give you guys some like anecdotal advice here. Buyer beware with these indie things, because those titles, they'll be hot for a few weeks
and then they'll
just crash, and then like 6 months from now, a year from now, you're getting them in the dollar bins. If you're a quick flipper, find those books and get rid of them.
Yeah, but which dealer's going to carry them?
That's the issue.
And how long before the dealers get caught on, and then they'll get stuck with them? It's a vicious cycle. You just like he says, beware.
I guess that's a perfect time to talk about getting your pull list, putting your orders in 2 or 3 months ahead of time, so that your dealer knows I'm going to pull one for you.
Right.
You know, without him having to pull 10.
Yes.
Randomly 10.
I get asked for books, and I'm like, dude, good luck. I mean, I didn't think to order. I can't. I only have so much room on my budget every month. So yeah.
Let's get into these picks of the week. What do you got? Oh, starting off with Image.
Well, you know,
I've been hearing a lot about this Die number one.
Well,
like a lot of
it's
people
Kieran Gillen. One of the steady books, at least for me, out of Image has been for years. It's been Wicked and Divine. It has a solid number every month. Doesn't drop off. I'll add up. People hear about it. They pick up. But I didn't get on it with number one. So I want to try it. It's a number one, and it's Stephanie Hans doing the artwork inside and the cover. And that book looks phenomenal. So I'm on board with that number one. Like I said, Kieran Gillen, you know, he's done stuff at Marvel, and I love his stuff at Marvel. I mean, he's doing Star Wars. He's the one on Darth Vader.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, the guy's phenomenal. And I'm not keen on Millar. I mean, talk about rehashing. This guy rehash. Everything he does is the same thing, but he's got a new book coming out, Prodigy.
He's got that Netflix deal too.
Yeah, so now he's literally, don't be surprised if Prodigy is going to be a show or a movie on Netflix eventually. He's
another guy that I put in the buyer beware category, because for a while there, a few years ago, a lot of his stuff was getting spec'd and
nothing happened.
And yeah, like nothing.
But now, I mean,
like, I remember Wanted. The Wanted book was hot
and that movie sucked horribly.
And now that book's worthless.
It's worthless.
Yeah.
But again, Netflix has a good track record of doing superhero stuff and doing it good. Got interesting characters in Parker Millar world, you know. I mean, there was movement on Nemesis a few years back because they were talking Netflix.
But there's movement on Kick-Ass as well. And those movies weren't bad. Those were decent movies, but it's just not... What's Secret Service is another one. What's it called? What's a movie called? Kingsman? The Kingsman. You know,
they're okay, but there's literally, it's a one age range, so you can't do much with
them. And it depends too. If this thing gets turned into something and the person they cast is a hot name.
True, it's worth the shot.
Worth the shot.
DC, I mean, you got Batman. It's been pretty solid. I mean, I'm seeing Tom King do something different with Bane, which I'm not used to seeing him being the smarter than average bear kind of villain. He was just a brawler. I'm gonna break your back and this. Yeah.
I feel like with Bane, people have just been really inconsistent, because when Bane first came out,
he was just a brawler, because he's a criminal.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know, but the way he has him now, he's like this big criminal mastermind behind all of Batman's woes. You know, he's trying to be the kingpin of anything. So, but it's been interesting. I mean, you see some villains side, some villains don't side with him. And this last couple issues has been a Penguin story arc where, you know, he stood against him. So it's interesting. I mean, last issue was kind of like, I mean, you saw a side of Batman where he's beating up on Bane, and blam, beating, and Bane's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he's being pulled away. You see him smile, wink, ooh, I pulled a fast one over Batman. It's like, oh, and Batman's like, I know. He's like, But it's interesting. I mean, it's been fine so
Right.
far. You know, it's that 100-issue arc, so why not? Doomsday Clock. Man, that book. I wish that book could be monthly. I love Jeff Johns' writing. I love his consistency on how he handles these characters. The respect he gives each and one of them.
For me, when you take that much time off in between books, it just makes it lose the buzz.
It does. It does. But it's that, like, when it finally comes out, you're like, oh man, it's
Sometimes
there.
you forget about it though. Like, oh, hey, this is out again.
Yes, but I feel like Jeff Johns is not a writer that you forget about. His books have never been books that people forgot about. Oh, I got to pick up a Jeff Johns book. Yeah, granted, they were coming monthly.
It's not Mark Miller.
But I mean, he delivers.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I wish the book was monthly, but I get it. Things happen, blah blah blah, whatever. I got Martian Manhunter #1, and that's just a curious with the question mark. I'm just curious. I'm not a big fan of Steve Orlando. I don't think he's that great of a writer, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. It's just I haven't been wowed by him yet.
What about this weird look on Johns
I
as well? It's like it looks like a bug more than anything.
They're doing this thing because they're doing the same thing with what's her name, Martian Girl and Titans. They're getting away from that human look, more alien, and it's like.
Yeah, I didn't like Middleton's doing the variant on it, but I didn't put it up there because I was like, it's kind of odd looking. Like,
Right,
not one of his
right.
best covers, and it's because they made him. I'm assuming they made him stick to that design.
And again, the concept behind it, it's just doesn't. He's a space cop or Martian cop. I mean, I'm okay. Everybody's a cop.
Right.
I don't know, but it's worth a shot. 12-issue mini.
Now this next one you got on your list, I'm actually pretty excited about.
I think a lot of people are excited about because Shazam, Captain Marvel Shazam, he is a fan favorite. I mean, people love the character. I mean, he's the whole family, and they haven't done anything with them in a while.
Right.
I mean, they tried it in
smart,
52,
right.
and they just couldn't figure out whatever it was. They left it alone, and now you got a movie, and you got Jeff Johns with Del Engelsham, which he's not a oh my god, but he is consistent,
right.
and he is easy on the eyes. I mean, he's easy on the art. He's very fluid. I mean, I'm looking forward to this #1. I mean, Jeff Johns. I can't go wrong with this book.
Most Shazam books are pretty kid friendly, so if you got young kids out there, I think this is a good run to start them with. But,
Jeff Johns, I can't see this book being anything but reader friendly.
Right. So maybe something to start your kids. I loved it as a kid. I loved the shitty cartoon that came out in the 60s. Where it was just like the talking mouth on the but I grew up with Captain Marvel / Shazam, and it's one of my favorite characters of all time. I'm really excited about the movie as well. Like, I feel like this is the one movie DC's probably not gonna fuck up.
Hold your horses.
But what about Marvel this week?
That Immortal Hulk book is just out of control. #9 last week was just like you're reading this and you get that red feel again, but it's something bigger, and Absorbing, if you haven't read it, gets ripped apart by something else, and it's just and 10, and it's got a beautiful. I mean, these Alex Ross covers are fucking amazing. And if you look at back issues, are like #3, right? I think it's #3 is the first appearance of Dr. King or whatever it is. That book's like a $20-$30 book, and try to find first prints because they're on second, third, fourth printings on some of the issues. If you're trying to find an Alex Ross cover first print, man, it's gonna be tough. I don't know anybody that has them. I've been liking the Kenny X-Men books so far.
When are they gonna stop doing weekly?
Eventually.
Okay.
Eventually, because they gotta pull everything through. Because you have the X-Men Exterminated, which deals with Cable and the kids, I believe. I mean, why did you kill Cable? I mean, did you kill Cable to get rid of the Fox Cable, and now you got a young Cable that you can cast easily? I don't know. People say don't read into that, but I don't know. You could have a Marvel Cable eventually develop him into a Cable-looking Cable,
and
but
X-Men's coming back too, right?
And X-Men's coming back, and so there's I'm liking. They're getting there. The books, the X-Men books, the whole X-Men universe is coming back together real nice. Venom, #9. I mean, I'm loving Donny Cates on Venom. The whole twist to the symbiote. I'm liking it. I'm liking Venom.
The Russo brothers just did a Q&A about Infinity War, and they mentioned that they don't think Chris Evans is 100% done as Captain America. And since that's like not the first Captain America, but the one that everybody knows because that other You know, I don't even think the old Captain America movies is something nobody watched.
Yeah,
you know, like 10 people watched it. This, when you think of Captain America on the big screen, you think Chris Evans. It's like
honestly, I don't think Chris Evans is big enough of an actor to think that he is Captain America.
Right.
They just he looks like. I mean, he looks like he did such a great job as Johnny Storm on the
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a superhero.
Right.
Period. So I think that's why he felt so normal for the Steve Rogers look. I mean, he's blonde, he's got blue eyes, he's a white guy. I mean, what else do you fucking want?
He beefed up for the role.
He beefed up for the role. But again, I think his look is just matches Steve Rogers that good to where it's going to be hard to replace him. They probably will eventually.
Right.
You will find that next actor that will look close enough. And again,
it's going to be some Australian guy.
You know, you can find some white boy from Iowa somewhere, Ohio. I don't know.
Right.
You know, but again, I feel, and I've always said this, when I go see a Marvel movie, I don't go see it for the actor. I see it for the character.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's why I feel like they can easily, these actors eventually they can easily be replaced.
Yeah.
You can find somebody that can resemble the previous actor close enough, but they'll still give you the character that they're supposed to represent.
Absolutely. It's going to be harder to replace RDJ than it is him, I think, you know. And then with the popularity of Black Panther and Thor, everybody loves Thor. Like, all these other guys that are involved, you know. We'll see what happens.
But you got enough characters that you can forget about, so you can do... Because I it was one of the things in Avengers 4, you got the Pepper Potts as rescue.
Right.
So you can easily throw little monkey wrenches in the mix to where... If the story is good enough, as a fan, you're not gonna notice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Absolutely. All right, guys, and this week's variants. Let's just call this the Matina.
I was just thinking.
Inhyuk Lee week. Okay, you got 3 covers from Francesco Matina this week. You got Batman 60. You got Deathstroke 38. You got Green Lantern number 2, which is amazing. Gonna be hard to find in a high grade with the black background, by the way. But
and DC's paper has been sucking. Both Marvel and DC's, they've been doing such a horrible job with their paper lately. I mean, the printer, but yeah, it's gonna be tough finding those clean copies.
But beautiful artwork. Batman's got the Batman covers. He's got the theme with Penguin and Bane, and the 2 before this. I don't know. They don't really connect, but they make cool. They're good. Yeah. They're a cool set to have. Then Yasmin Putri got a Nightwing cover that's amazing. I love this cover for this week. Also got a Red Hood. The only reason why I mentioned the Red Hood one is because the other ones were pretty hot from the last couple weeks. This one, not her best work, but people might still be looking out for it. So something to check out. If you like it, pick it up. If you don't, pass. Inhyuk Lee's got 2 covers this week. The Hulk 10. He's got Marvel got the rights to Conan back.
Oh yes.
And they're going to be reintroducing Conan. I said Jason Aaron's going to be writing it.
Yeah.
This is a dope cover by Inhyuk Lee with Conan fighting Hulk. I mean.
So you got a whole month of Conan variants. Yeah. But this one is pretty amazing.
This is the best one out of all of them. I mean, there's 3 or 4 this week. This is the only one that really stood out to me. And then there's the X-Men 1-in-25 ratio with Magneto. And it's Magneto, old man Magneto / young Magneto. I don't know what's going on in the book with Magneto, but it's a really cool. I mean, this guy's killing it. This Inhyuk Lee, get in on him now because these books are gonna blow up in the future. I guarantee it. Then we got Killmonger number 1, the movie variant. I bring this up because of the Black Panther movie. The most popular character, the one that everybody won't stop talking about, is Michael B. Jordan's version of Killmonger, and it's a movie variant. I wasn't a fan. I didn't think it was the best performance, but people love this. So it's with these movie variants, they're kind of hit or miss. The photo variants.
Is it a ratio variant?
It's not ratio.
Oh, okay.
It's not a ratio variant, but I look at it. This is kind of a long-term hold. I think, you know, especially if something happens in the future, if they bring him back in some variation.
Well, he's dead. Anyway,
is anybody really dead?
MK3.
Yeah. Then there's Marvel Knights number 3. Carrie Andrews connecting. I think this is the last connecting.
They've been great. Those connecting.
Yeah, they've been awesome.
Really nice.
This one's Elektra. So you got all the basically the Frank Miller 80s Daredevil characters all together, and it's pretty awesome. And I think you need to complete the set because it's just good work.
Right.
This guy's he's killing it. He's under the radar because you got your Martinez, you got your Chichettos, you got your name a guy out there that people are like J. Scott Campbell. This guy. He's really, really, really starting to step it up a notch. And then finally, Uncanny X-Men number 4 is a Mark Brooks variant. It's a 150 and it's Psylocke. And Cat, I don't know if you can co-sign on this or not, but I've noticed that with the modern variants, it seems that the female character ones are the ones that seem to do really well.
Well, yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
future.
Psylocke is Psylocke. I mean, and you can trace it back to a lot of the Jason compatible variants. You know, the Psylocke variant for X-Men 212, I believe that's with the Ninja pose. That's a tough book to find. I mean, yeah. I mean, and it's Mark Brooks, and he's looking phenomenal. I mean, he is looking phenomenal. But yeah, the female covers do better, a lot better than the hero covers, than the male covers.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a 1 in 50, so a lot of people aren't going to be willing to shell out the money for it. So if you find one at a decent price, you know, $50. If you find it for $50, pick it up, because I believe it's going to have legs.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, leave comments, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Cat, take us away.
Guys, thank you for watching. Support your local comic book store. Support print. Pick up your books every Wednesday. See you guys later.